Alright, what's going on everyone? Today we're going to be upgrading the Might of the Legion starter deck. So if you want to upgrade this, select it, clone it. It's going to create a copy in your decks that you can change to your liking. You want to click this deck box here, or if you're in this layout, click the deck box here. Switch it over to standard. This is a standard upgrade. Also note that this is going to be a 0 rare, 0 mythic build of this deck. There is a very cool Boros tokens, go wide, Arabella type of thing that has a ton of rares. We can't quite do that because this is commons and uncommons only, but we can get close. So this is a go wide deck. What does that mean? We have ways to make tokens and tokens and tokens and tokens, right? Like make 2 1/1s, make 2 1/1s, make 4 1/1s, make a whole bunch of 1/1s, and then we have stuff like this and this, which this can pump your board, this can pump your board. This does both. It can make tokens or pump your board. This also does both at the same time, makes tokens and pumps your board. Naturally, we have, as these decks often do, a lot of junk stuff like, Gold Vein Pick. Why is this here? Axe Guard Cavalry. Why is this here? Fanatical Firebrand. I don't know what this is doing. Sarah Angel's not very good. We have the ways to pump our board and stuff also are kind of mid. So yeah, let's just fix that. First off, well, I'm going to give myself some room over here. First off, I want to take out Dauntless Veteran for the single best card for this deck that also happens to be uncommon. And that is Arabella. This is a 2-mana 1/3. When it attacks, you deal X damage to the opponent and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. So if you can imagine, for example, playing this turn 2 and just playing like this turn 3, it's not even very good, but that's three creatures. So this would attack, deal 3, gain 3, and hit for 1. And naturally, if you go super wide, if you play a bunch of these token things, like this for example, if you had just this in play, and you just played this, also not very good, we'll be replacing it actually, but if you played this attacks, deals 5, gains 5 on a 2-mana creature, right? So it's very powerful, much better than this, which it's okay. The problem is it dies in combat, and it only goes once, and if the opponent can block it and a few other creatures anyway, then it doesn't do much. This also, by the way, usually gets blocked and dies. You usually only get like 1 attack with it. We do have ways to protect it, of course, and we definitely want that. But you do expect this to kind of die a lot. But I mean, if for 2 mana you can like deal 4, gain 4, deal 6, gain 6, it's usually pretty good. So take 2 of these out, put 2 of these in. Next, I want to take out the Sarah Angel for 2 more of these. Now this is legendary, but it is such a must-kill target, and it dies a lot in combat anyway, that we just want 4 of them. This is, I was going to say this is fine. It's really not. For 5 mana, I mean, just as an example, for that same 5 mana, you could play this, which, even if you're not playing Tribal Angels, flying, first strike, lifelink, and a 5/5 for 5 instead of a 4/4 is just a little bit better. Sarah Angel, classic, especially in like alpha magic, but modern magic, it's a bit slow, it's a bit clunky. We can do better. I want to take 2 of these out, put 2 of these in. Next, I want to take out Dawning Marshal for a new card, new-ish card, that's going to be at the forefront of the deck. We'll be having a lot of this effect in the game. So we're trading a 2/2 flyer for a 1/3 reach, kind of so-so, but whenever another creature enters, deal 1 damage to target opponent. That means, again, let's use this card as an example, even though we're going to be cutting it. If we had Arabella, this in play, like we played this turn 2, we played this turn 3, if we played this on turn 4, that is 4 damage to face when the 1/1s enter with this, then we'd have 4, 5, 6 creatures, meaning this would deal 6, gain 6. So that's 10 damage just with these 2, right? That's the idea. And we're going to have not only 4 of these, but 3 of another card that does that. So every time we put a bunch of tokens in play, we just deal tons of damage straight to face. This deals tons of damage straight to face. This almost feels like a burn deck, we're just putting creatures in play and then burning the opponent that way, kinda. So 2 of these out, 2 of these in, and we're also gonna take out 2 of these for 2 more of these. This card doesn't do too much in this deck. It does give Arabella haste, although we didn't have Arabella at first, so this card was just kind of junk. Even now, I don't want to waste a slot to give Arabella haste. A 2-mana 2/2, you have to tap it to give haste 2, so then it can't attack. I'd just rather have this. This is going to drain the opponent's life so fast. It's going to be kind of crazy. So 2 of these out, 2 of these in, and, well, we have more of this. Remember I said we have more? We're going to take out 3 Firebrands, 4 Left Stalker Ardent. 3 of these. Now, we are taking out a 1-drop for a 3-drop, though do note that we took out a 5-drop for a 2-drop. We also took out 2 3-drops for a 2-drop, so it's okay. But this is a 1-mana 1/1 haste. That's okay. You can sacrifice it to deal 1 damage. That's okay. This was actually once competitive in Standard when original Ixalan first released. But in current Standard, we just have better red stuff. And this is another, it's another this thing. Whenever another creature enters, deal 1 damage to each opponent. The cool thing about this is it has warp. So sometimes, like, say on turn 3, you can warp this in, then pay 2 for this, just to get a couple extra damage, and then you can cast it the following turn. It happens sometimes. Or like you have this and a heroic reinforcements in play, so you can warp it, then play this, which you get 2 damage from the tokens, and it'll give this haste. Stuff like that can happen. And this just never really did anything when I was testing the deck. I'd get like 1 damage in, and then it would just sit there, and maybe chump block in the late game. I don't know. I didn't like it very much. So 3 of these out, 3 of these in. Next, I want to take out Release the Dogs for a Pack Beasts. What's the name exactly? It is Dolkoven Pack Beasts. So these are very similar. This is 4 mana, make 4 1/1s. This is 3 mana for 0/4 Vigilance. When it attacks, it has Mobilize 3, so it makes 3 1/1s. The difference is those 3 1/1s are going to trigger this every single turn, right? If we attack with this, the 3 1/1s enter, we get 3 damage to face. Then those are attacking. If the opponent can't block them, that's another 3 damage to face when they hit. And then the following turn, we make 3 more and we trigger these again, right? So this is, it's fine. It's really nice with Arabella when we already have this in play, and then we can turn 4 do this. But do note that we're playing this on turn 3. So these tokens from this, these mobilized tokens, they're entering on turn 4 anyway when we attack with this. So they're very comparable. The difference is these make the tokens every single turn. Although you do need to go into gameplay and turn off auto order triggers here. The default order of the triggers will put Arabella first. So let me just give you, we're taking 2 of these out. We're putting 2 of these in. But let's say, for example, that these are your only 2 creatures. When Arabella attacks, Magic Arena will automatically put this trigger on first, and it will only see 2 creatures. So it will deal 2, gain 2, then the 3 1/1s will enter, and you're attacking with 4 creatures, right? But what you want to happen is this order of the triggers. So what happens is both these triggers go on the stack. Arabella is going to say deal 2, gain 2, because you have 2 creatures. But when this resolves first, it puts the 3 1/1s in play. Then when Arabella triggers, now there's 5 creatures in play. She'll deal 5, gain 5. And Magic Arena's default is to put Arabella first. So the only way to get this to work is you have to turn off, that's the wrong one. You have to turn off auto order triggers, and then you have to swap them every time. I'll put a video here maybe to illustrate. It looks like this. So yeah, just something to note there with those 2 cards. And it's relevant because we're also taking this out for Zergo's Vanguard. 2 of these. So this card, they are a little bit different. So this is make a couple 1/1s, which works with Arabella and stuff, works with these. Or it can pump. So if we already have a huge board, we can instant speed pump, which is actually pretty good. This is in line with Crusader of Odric. In fact, I was thinking about cutting 2 of these and leaving these in. So this is actually, I would say, kind of optional. You can cut 2 of these or 2 of these, or all 3 of these, to be honest. But it has power equal to the number of creatures you control, and then it has mobilize 1, which is going to trigger these. So if you have 4 creatures in play, it's a 3 mana 4/3, it attacks, it makes a 1/1, it triggers your stuff, once again 1 more damage with Arabella, but then it becomes a 5/3. The problem is, it has that locked 3 toughness, so it's not as sturdy as this. If we have 6 creatures, this is a 6/6. If we have 6 creatures, this is a 6/3, so a bit more vulnerable in combat. So I was debating, like, do I do this? Do we sacrifice the toughness for the mobilize? I'm not sure, but for now, I'm going to take these out instead, because I think this is worth it. I mobilize creatures in the stack like this. You could also just play 4 of these, to be honest. I was debating that as well, just playing 4-pack beast, that's fine. But for now, we're going with a beater. I want to take out 2 surprises, add 2, and you can see we have 2 split. You could take these 2 out, add 2 of these, play 4, vice versa. You could cut all 3 of these, to be honest, and split them between the 2 mobilized creatures. I think that's totally fine as well. You could cut 3 of these out, go 4 of these, 3 of these, or vice versa. All totally fine. I also want to take out Frenzied Goblin for a Grease Wrench. Now, I would say this is kind of optional. The problem I was having with this deck is I was just running out of gas. I needed card draw. We don't have enough card draw. And if you're playing non-budget, we'll talk about these in the rares. This is like the best upgrade you can possibly make for this deck. We are severely lacking in card draw. We really want something like this, but it's rare. For now, I want to take out Frenzied Goblin for Grease Wrench Goblin. The reason being, it has exhaust, discard up to 2, draw that many cards. It also gets a counter, though do note it would go to 3 power, which means Arabella won't count it. But, saving up your lands if you start getting flooded, and then discarding them to draw more cards can be pretty important, and the late game can also help you find lands if you need it. So, like I said, I was just desperate for card draw, and this is fine. It's useful with Arabella, being able to turn off a blocker, but it also requires mana, and it feels a little clunky because of that, so I want to take 2 of these out and get some card draw, and for the same reason, these Gold Vein picks are useless, and I think they would be much better as is it Split Skin? Split Skin Doll. 2 mana, 2/1, when it enters, draw a card, then discard unless you control a creature with power 2 or less. So most of the time, this is 2 mana, 2/1, enters, draws another card. That's it. That's all I care about. Just card draw, getting more stuff. That's pretty important. And this does nothing. It actually pumps our creatures too big for Arabella. It's just not good at all. So, card draw, card draw. This is just a redraw. Draw cards. That's it. I think we can take 2 of these out. Put 2 of these in. And that's our deck for now. We are now in Arabella. Make tokens, draw, make tokens, and deal damage. That's what we're doing now. Rares. There are a lot of them. Let's talk about the most important one. If there's one rare you're going to craft for this deck, it should be this one. Whenever one or more other creatures you control with power 2 or less enter, draw a card. It only triggers once per turn. Like I said, we need card draw. We need card draw. I would rather have this over Krinko, Aurelia, Celestial Armor. These can be pretty weak, stuff like this. These are probably our weakest cards. Armor, Crusader Vodric, Krinko, I suppose Heroic Reinforcements as well. I would probably, I would consider all of these to be the weaker cards that can be replaced with some of these rares. And the big one is draw. Draw more cards. Other cards, let's go with the really janky, stupid, fun stuff, which would be, these ones. Delane will double triggers with power 2 or less thing. So double Arabella. If we have 4 creatures, she deals 8, gains 8. These also double trigger. So if we had these 2 in play and we attacked with this, the mobilize would double trigger, I think, right? If an ability a creature you control with power 2 or less or triggered. This is a triggered ability. So you would attack with this, put 6 1/1s in play, then this would double trigger, so it would deal 12 damage to face, and then this would double trigger, deal 12, gain 12 when you attack. That's what Delane's doing. It's janky for sure because, well, it doesn't do anything without all of this other stuff going, but it's fun. This is crazy. It's a 3-mana 1/2. This can win the game by itself. Basically every turn it gets bigger with counters and also makes more and more gnomes. Goes really hard with these things, goes crazy with Arabella. And the good thing about this is it's kind of a standalone threat. It doesn't need too much going on around it. And it's probably better than these 3 drops. It's also probably better than this and Krinko. Krinko is much slower, kind of clunky, kind of awkward. I'd rather have this. And then War Leader's Call is fun. It's a little bit dangerous. It does pump our creatures, potentially bigger than Arabella, but it's another one of these effects, which is whenever another creature enters, deal 1 damage. This is whenever a creature you control enters, deal 1 damage. It also pumps our board. So it's kind of like combining this, the +1/+1, with this and 1 card. Other things would be Voice of Victory. This is just another mobilize card. It's just a better one. 2-mana 1/3, mobilize 2, probably better than Dragon Fodder. We can make 2 1/1s. This makes a 1/3 when we play it, but then can attack and make 2 more 1/1s. Very good. I'd rather have this over Resolute Reinforcements, over Dragon Fodder, and probably, again, over a lot of this stuff as well. So if you can fit this in, that's awesome. And then Elspeth, she doubles tokens. When we make tokens, she makes 2 of them. She also makes a 1/1, but she doubles her own token, so she makes 2. She can also 0 to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature, and they gain flying until end of turn. If we have a bunch of tokens from this and this, it can be pretty powerful. Though do note, our current build is a bit more focused on mobilize, so she actually misses those. But even so, being able to give Arabella and our mobilize stuff flying, so they can't be blocked, and then doubling the tokens, so this makes 6 tokens, right? This is like Delne, but less janky. This goes crazy if everything lines up. If our opponent just has a removal, it doesn't work so well. The great thing about Elspeth is she's similar. She's going to double these tokens. She's going to double all the tokens she's going to double. She makes tokens, but she's also a removal spell, -3, destroy something. Very good. I'd rather have this over Aurelia any day. I'd rather have this over Heroic Reinforcements any day. I'd rather have this over Krinko. Remember, Krinko can't make tokens the turn he enters. He turn 4 is a 3/3, and then turn 5 he can tap and maybe make a token or 2. So the same turn that Krinko is making tokens, she's entering, making 2 tokens, and also she's just a standalone threat that will freaking kill you. So the big ones for me, Enduring Innocence and I would say Elspeth, these 2 are just amazing. Voice of Victory, these are like my priority. These are all fun, but they can be a little bit jank. But if you can get these in the deck, check your rares, check your cards, if you have them already, and replace Aurelia and stuff like that. But yeah, pretty cool deck. Deck list in the description. If this was useful, like the video, please. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will see you in the next one.